Hey guys, Mestre Sukuri coming to you from Tokyo, Japan on a beautiful Friday morning. What I wanted to talk today about is just something that, a bunch of people have been sending me emails and asking me questions about my new book, Capoeira Fire, Reflections on the International Capoeira Community. Well, I want to talk to you guys a little bit about what the book is about and why I wrote it and what it's made me think since I've written it and been able to release it yesterday. First and foremost, if you look in the link, there's a link to Amazon, and you can get Amazon all around the world. You can download the ebook for Kindle or for your reading for your tablet, or you can order the paperback, which is now available. Guys, I'm doing my best, so I hope it's perfect. If it's not, I've ordered some books. When they come in, I'll redo a little bit more. But first issues are coming out, collector's issues, right? Okay, so Capoeira Fire, Reflections on the International Capoeira Community. Why did I write this book? Okay, this book is a continuation of the series of The Path of Capoeira. If you read my first book, which I released in 2014, this is going to be perfect for those people after that book. Now, who did I write this book for? The more and more that I was doing this book and putting it together, I realized this book is perfect. Some people even said the people who read it said it's essential. It's mandatory for anyone who's been doing capoeira for at least 5 years. I'm not saying that if you just started capoeira, you shouldn't read it. Please read it. Please buy it and read it. But more important, it's really going to touch on a lot of topics that are very common in the international capoeira community. The reason that I decided to write this originally was because there's so many good things going on in Portuguese, and there's a lot of good YouTube channels with a lot of good discussions. And I wanted to be able to add and contribute my experience in capoeira and as a capoeira mestre, teaching in the international community. And what do I mean by the international community, right? Well, when you're teaching, for example, I live in Tokyo, Japan. I teach in all over Asia, Europe, United States. I do workshops, and it's been a great opportunity. What a lot of people reflected on my first book was that a lot of the things that I talked about in my first book, people felt that they had the similar experiences and that the reflection on those experiences really helped them to grow inside of their capoeira path. The second book is even more focused on the issues in the contemporary capoeira society, right? Our world community. And for example, I talk about more in depth about the 3 types of relationships in capoeira. I talk about the responsibilities between, managing expectations of students. Like, what are the expectations of the students? What are the expectations of the capoeira teacher? The role of the teacher. How do we impart knowledge? How do we develop, if possible, the disciple-mestre relationship, the disciple and the mestre relationship? What are those responsibilities? I also add the 11, my 11 golden rules, how I feel I react as a capoeirista to the world around me, and how those reactions help me to better live my life in a more healthy and positive way. Okay. I talk about how it's important to build up and not build down. Then, really, really, I want to say thank you to the following mestres who contributed to this book. All right. I did a lot of in-depth interviews to talk about these different topics with a lot of different mestres around the world, including Mestre Maxwell in England, Mestre Bael in Colombia, Mestre Ephraim in the United States, Mestre Nebo Amorci, Mestre Valbo Amorci in Australia, Mestre Caboquin, who recently moved back to Brazil from England, Mestre Anjo in the United Kingdom, Mestre Israel in Czechoslovakia, Mestre Boagente in Brazil, who travels a lot and has a lot of profound wisdom to pass on, Mestre Batata in Los Angeles, a very good dear friend of mine. I chose these people because they're very positive role models in the international capoeira community. If you know any of them, then I'm sure you're going to want to hear what they have to say on these different topics. A lot of people think this is going to be about philosophy and all this, but this time the book is actually very practical. It's a practical guide for anyone who's been doing capoeira for at least 5 years. I guarantee you a lot of people are going to be like, oh, I have similar expectations, similar ideas, similar experiences. So I'm really hoping you guys will like the book. Now, it's available on Amazon. Just go to Capoeira Fire, because for me, capoeira is fire, and it'll always be that hot passion that I love capoeira with so much. It's available on Kindle. It's available for your tablet download from Amazon, and it's available for paperback ordering. Guys, support the book. We as capoeira masteries and masters and people who are putting things out, it's not free to do. So by picking up my book, you support me in what I do. Guys, have a great day. Pick up Capoeira Fire, Reflections on the International Capoeira Community. Mestre, have a beautiful day.